Hello everyone, myself Dr. Harisankar Singh. In the last video we have discussed about the electrostatic boundary condition and we have studied three type of boundary condition basically. That is the dielectric boundary condition, dielectric conductor boundary condition and dielectric free space boundary condition. And let us try to understand some example based on these boundary conditions. So the first example is in the following figure, the xy plane is a charge-free boundary separating two dielectric media with permittivities epsilon r1 and epsilon r2. If the electric field in the medium 1 is E1 is equal to E1x ax plus E1y ay plus E1z az. Now the question is that find the electric field E2 in the medium 2 and the angles theta 1 and theta 2. So the basically angle theta 1 and theta 2 is the reflection and incident angle of the fields in the medium 1 and medium 2 respectively. And in this figure there are certain electric field components are given in the tangential and the normal component. So E2 is the incident field and it breaks into the normal component and in the tangential component. So electric field 2 has the normal component as E2n and tangential component as E2t, whereas electric field in the medium 1 is braked and having E1t as a tangential component and E1n as a normal component. So let us try to find the electric field E2 into the medium 2 and also to find the theta 1 and theta 2. So first let us assume that electric field in the medium 2 is written as E2x ax plus E2y ay plus E2z az, and this is our assumption and we have to find the value of E2x, E2y and E2z from the given electric field in the medium 1. So let us start to find this. So here the normal to the boundary is az. That means az component is the normal to the boundary, whereas the tangential boundary is xy and z is the normal component. Therefore x and y components are the tangential and z components are normal to the boundary. And we know according to the boundary condition that at the charge-free interface, the tangential components of electric field and normal component of electric flux density are continuous. If there are no any charge distribution between the interface of two dielectric medium, then we know that according to the boundary condition, the tangential component of electric field and normal component of electric flux density D are continuous. So by applying this boundary condition, we can find the field components in the other medium. So let us start this solution. Therefore, the tangential component is the continuous. So tangential component according to this figure, the xy plane is the basically horizontal plane and tangential component of electric field lies on that plane. So whatever the component of E1 x and E1 y, that will be the same for the electric field in the medium 2. Therefore we have written here E2 x will be equal to E1 x and E2 y will be equal to E1 y, and this is the tangential component. The reason is the charge free interface is there, so electric field is continuous at the tangential component, whereas normal component of electric flux density is continuous. So we can write d2z is equal to d1z. The d1z will be same as d2z because z component is the normal to the surface, so electric flux density will be continuous there. So in the terms of electric field, we can write epsilon 2 E2z is equal to epsilon 1 E1z, where epsilon 2 and epsilon 1 is the permittivity of medium 2 and medium 1 respectively. Thus, we can write the electric field in the medium 2 as E2 is equal to E2AX plus E2YAY plus E2ZAZ. And this is the continuous as a tangential component. So E2X will be equal to E1X, E2Y will be equal to E1Y, whereas E2Z will be equal to E1 divided by E2 E1Z. So we can write E2 is equal to E1XX plus E1YAY plus E1 divided by E2 E1ZAZ. So the tangential component of electric field E1 and E2 will be what? So electric field tangential component of 1 can be written as square root of E1x square plus E1y square, because the x and y component are perpendicular to each other. So the resultant will be square root of E1x square plus E1y square. Similarly, the tangential component of electric field 2 can be written as square root of E2x square plus E2y square. Whereas we know that E2x is equal to E1x and E2y is equal to E1y. So we can write E2t is equal to square root of E1x square plus E1y square. Now let us understand what is the relation between angle theta 1 and theta 2. So from this figure you can see this is the theta 1. For this theta 1, this is the perpendicular, this is the base and this is the resultant. So we can write tan theta 1 is equal to E1t divided by E1n, and we have already calculated E1t is equal to square root of E1x square plus E1y square. So we can write tan theta 1 is equal to square root of E1x square plus E1y square divided by E1z, whereas tan theta 2 can be written as this is the theta 2. For this theta 2, this is the perpendicular and this is the base. So we can write E2t, this component, divided by E2 and this is the base component, and we have already calculated E2t as square root of E1x square plus E1y square. So tan theta 2 will be equal to square root of E1x square plus E1y square and divided by E2n we have already calculated earlier, and this was epsilon 1 divided by epsilon 2 E1z. Now what will be the relation? So divide above two equations, then we will get the relation between theta 1 and theta 2. So after dividing, we will get tan theta 2 divided by tan theta 1 will be equal to epsilon 2 divided by epsilon 1. This is the actual relation between theta 1 and theta 2 in terms of the permittivity of two medium. Now the next question is, find the electric field E1 in the following figure if E2 is given as 2AX minus 3AY plus 3AZ volt per meter, whereas epsilon 1 is equal to 2 epsilon naught and epsilon 2 is equal to 8 epsilon naught. The boundary is charge free. That means there are no any charge distribution at the boundary of two different medium. So let us try to solve this question. So given that xy plane is the boundary between two medium and x and y component of E2 are parallel to the boundary, and therefore the same across two sides of the boundary. Thus we can write as E1x is equal to E2x and this is equal to 2, because we know that if there are no any charge distribution, tangential component of electric field will be continuous at the boundary. That's why we can write as E1x will be equal to E2x and E2x is given in the question as 2, whereas E1y will be equal to E2y and this is equal to minus 3 as given in the question. So now what will be the z component? So we know that the normal component of electric flux density at the boundary will be continuous. So we know that from the question, electric field component of 2 is given as 3. But according to the boundary condition, the electric flux density is continuous. So in terms of electric field, we can write as epsilon 1 E1 Z is equal to epsilon 2 E2 Z. So what will be E1 Z? That can be epsilon 2 divided by epsilon 1 E2 Z. And epsilon 2 is given as 8 epsilon naught and epsilon 1 is given as 2 epsilon naught, whereas E2 Z is given as 3. After solving, we will get E1Z is equal to 12. So what will be the electric field? That is basically E1 is equal to E1XX plus E1YAY plus E1Z AZ. After putting the value of E1X, E1Y and E1Z, we will find the electric field in the medium 1. And this will be equal to 2x minus 3ay plus 12az volt per meter. Now the next question is, find E1 in the following figure if E2 is equal to 2ax minus 3ay plus 3az volt per meter and epsilon 1 is equal to 2 epsilon naught, epsilon 2 is equal to 8 epsilon naught, and the boundary with surface charge density rho s is equal to 3.54 into 10 to the power minus 11 coulomb per meter square. So this question is same as the previous one, but in this case surface charge density is given at the interface of two medium. So during the solution, surface charge density must be taken into the account to solve this problem. So let us try to find the electric field in the medium 1, that is E1. From the question, we know that tangential electric field will be continuous across the boundary. So we can write E1x will be equal to E2x, which is 2 as given in the question. And E1y will be equal to E2y, and this will be equal to minus 3 as given in the question. But what about the normal component at the boundary? So for the normal component, electric flux density at the boundary will be discontinuous, and this will be equal to d1 and minus d2 and 0. And in terms of electric field, it can be written as epsilon 1 E1Z minus epsilon 2 E2Z equals to rho s. Rho s is the surface charge density at the boundary. So now let us find the what is E1Z. So we know that E2Z from the question, rho s given in the question, and epsilon 2, epsilon 1 is given in the question. So let us try to find this E1Z. After putting the value of all these components, we will find epsilon 1Z is equal to 40. And we have already calculated E1x and E1y. So after putting the value of E1x, E1y, E1z, we will get the electric field in the medium 1, such as E1 is equal to 2ax minus 3ay plus 14az volt per meter. And this 14 includes surface charge density rho s. Now the fourth example is that the plane Z is equal to 4 is the interface between two dielectrics. The dielectric region Z greater than 4 has dielectric constant 5 and electric field as 6ax minus 12ay plus 8az volt per meter. If the dielectric constant is 2 in the region Z less than 4, then find the electric field intensity in that region. So from the figure you can understand Z is equal to 4 is the interface of two medium, and in the medium 1, that is region 1, epsilon is 5 and electric field is 6x minus 12ay plus 8az, whereas in the region 2 field we need to calculate and epsilon is equal to 2. So let us try to find the electric field in the region 2. From the dielectric boundary condition, we know that the normal component of electric field in the region 1 will be what? That is 8az. This is the normal component of electric field, that is E1n. And tangential component of electric field in the region 1 is what? That is 6x minus 12ay. That is E2t. So the tangential component of electric field will remaining same, whereas normal component of the electric field will not same. It will be related to the dielectric constant of the regions. So we know that the normal component of electric flux density is continuous. So in terms of electric field, we know that E2n is equal to epsilon 1 divided by epsilon 2 E1n. So we know the value of epsilon 1 and epsilon 2 after putting the value of epsilon 1 and epsilon 2 and E1n we know from the field equation. So we can calculate E2n as 20 Az. Therefore, total electric field into the region 2 will be what? That is normal component of the electric field plus tangential component of electric field. So we can write E2 is equal to 6x minus 12ay plus 20 Az. The tangential component of electric field remains same, whereas normal component of electric field changed by the division of permittivity of two regions. So we have got here 20 Az. So this is the solution of electric field in the region 2. I hope these examples may help to you to solve the problem based on the boundary condition. So stay tuned with me to understand about the electromagnetic field theory. Thank you for watching this video.